Strategy plays an important role in transformation because it allows companies to get ahead of industry trends, geographic trends, adapt to new business models, exit businesses that they're no longer the natural owner of, enter new markets where they have the right to win. And so strategy plays a critical role in transformation. Looking beyond performance improvements is important because there's trends in the marketplace that could wipe out performance improvements of companies over a few years. And so you have to get ahead of those trends in the marketplace. And so when we think about transformation, we look at it holistically and want to make sure that the company is actually positioning themselves for long-term success, in addition to performance improvements. So we've done extensive research looking at companies that have transformed and really broken out relative to the rest of the pack. And it's interesting because what you find is if you look at all the public companies in the world, and you rank order them from lowest economic profit to highest economic profit over a 10-year time period, you find that only 20% of companies command 90% of the economic profit generated. 60% of companies are just treading water, and 20% of companies are destroying value. Now, what's more interesting is when you look at companies that have actually moved from that middle 60% that don't create any economic profit and moved into that top quintile, it's only 8% of companies over a 10-year time period. So it's really low odds of being able to have that type of performance improvement. And there's a handful of big moves that actually have driven that type of improvement. They include productivity improvement, differentiation improvement, resource reallocation, a programmatic M&A approach, and capital productivity. And the interesting thing when we look at the data is we see that pulling a big performance improvement move essentially doubles your odds of moving from the middle to the top, which isn't bad. It's pretty good. When we look at companies that have actually done performance improvement coupled with a portfolio move, when you look at companies that have done both, their odds increase by 3x. And so that's why we think it's very, very important when companies go into a transformation to be thinking holistically around the levers that they're going to pull and looking at the big moves they're going to do, because their odds change dramatically, based on what the transformation roadmap looks like and what it entails in terms of both performance improvement and portfolio moves.